So for your website, you're going to design each and every page. And right now all I've got is just my home page, my About Me page, and my portfolio. As soon as you've finished designing each one of these, here's the first thing you have to do. Be sure it's saved correctly. If you look on my desktop, I've got a folder for every page that I created. Okay? So they're not saved in one folder. In my About Me page, or my About Me folder, I've got my Photoshop document in there. In my Home folder, I've got my Home Photoshop document. Same way for the portfolio. So each one has its own separate little page inside of it. Okay. Once you've designed all 4 of your pages, now I need to do my contacts page, I want you to make one more folder. And we'll do this on the desktop away from the rest of them. So make a new folder, and I'm just going to call it My Website. Okay? When we start to save our slices and HTML files, this is where we're going to save everything to. So let's go and do that first. We'll do it with the home page first. So on this one, I've used my slice tool, went ahead and did this ahead of time, to slice up my images, and notice now I've got little buttons for each individual page. These are the most important ones. If I had an animated GIF, I would also want to make a slice for that GIF as well. All you've got to do now is save it like you would save something for the web. So we're going to go to File and Save for Web. Nothing new here. Got JPEG selected for everything. And I'm going to hit Save. Where did I say to save our website to? My Website. So find your My Website folder. And be sure when you save these to save the HTML file and the images file for this one. I'm going to keep it the same name, not going to change that up. Everything should be okay. We'll hit Save. So this is nothing new that we haven't done before. If I go to My Website folder, there it is. I've got my HTML file and I've got all the images that are associated with it. So if I was to drag it, say to Firefox, perfect. Works out really good. Now we're going to do the same thing for your other pages as well. So for the About Me page, I've got it sliced up, all my little links that I have. We'll go to File and do Save for Web. Same thing. Everything's a JPEG that it needs to be. We'll hit Save. Now for this one, you're still going to save everything in the My Website folder. Before, when we did this and you had them saved to the same thing, it was going to make a different images folder, right? For this one, when it's only one images folder inside of here, we're still going to save the HTML and the images. We'll hit Save. Now watch what happened. In my Website folder, I've got 2 HTML, but only 1 images folder. The computer recognized it and saved both the About Me pictures and the Home pictures in the same thing. So one image folder is where it's pulling from both of these HTML files. And if I was to open them up, they should still work perfectly. Still got each little areas, still have their own files that work from there. So you will do this for each of your pages. Save all 4 of them to the My Website folder, and all of the images should be in the same images folder as well. Now comes the fun part. How do you link everything together? What I want to do is to be able to click on, say, My Portfolio or About Me, and it will take me to that HTML page. Here's how to do it. I'm going to open up each one of these in Firefox. Here's my About Me page, and here's my home page. There it is. So what I want to do is to be able to click here or here and have it go to the correct one. Let's go to the About Me page. If you link something in a regular website, you need to have the URL. So here's my About Me page. Here's the file URL that we're going to copy. So select all of this, Command C, copy it. Now when I go into my main page, or every page that has a link to About Me, let's use our selection tool. Do you remember how to make a link? You can double click on the slice.
You use your slice selection?
Yeah, the selection tool, yeah. Double clicked on it, and here's where you will paste that URL link. So I will paste it. Does that make sense? You're just finding where the file is saved. And you can get an idea of what it looks like. For instance, you can see it's on my desktop in the My Website folder, and there's the About Me HTML page. And I'll say OK. Alright, so I've got a link created there. If I go to File and save this again, we'll do Save for Web. We'll hit Save. Now, I've already got the images saved. What am I only changing here? The HTML file. So under Format, all I really need to save is just the HTML file. And that's going to save over this home page. We'll say Save to that. It's going to ask you to replace it. We'll hit Replace. Now let's test it out and see what happens. I'll close this out and open it back up. Here's my home page. Moment of truth. If I click on this, it should take me to my About Me page. Perfect, right? Once I'm here, I can also put in the other links to click from. So let's say I wanted to go back home. Well, open up your home page, find the link, we'll copy it. You can then go into the right folder or file. We'll select this one, double click, and this is where we will paste the URL that we're linking to right there. We'll say OK to that. And when we do the Save for Web, images will stay the same. So all we're going to do is save the HTML file. Do Save, replace it. Now let's see if that will work. So I'll close both of these out. So the home. I can go to About Me, click, opens up perfectly. I can go back home now, because I made a link to that one. This is how you link up each of your pages. The main thing to remember is that you are copying this file structure, this file tree, once you've got all of your websites created. Pretty cool? Okay. What you're going to turn in when you've finished is only the My Website page. You're going to zip everything together. There should be 4 HTML pages and just 1 image page. And I should be able to open up your home and navigate through your website, working with all the links. All cool? Anything else you want me to show you on creating this? Remember, when you set up your Photoshop document, you can put everything in its own layer. So for instance, I'm using just regular shapes to build out all my brushes or all my buttons. I've got text layers to type out all the text. And I've put everything in its own particular layer so that it all stands out. Keep your websites simple. These don't have to be anything huge and fancy. They can be tall or short, but they have to stay the same width, that 10,050 pixels wide. Notice how tall this one is, but my home page is very short in compared to the rest of them. Alrighty, that's how you'll link up each of the documents once they've been created.